resistance and opposition to the sanctity of human life and human individual life as championed in the example of the sacred shrine at Jerusalem, resistance to the sanctity of that shrine and its connection to the people is what is responsible for opening up the trauma that has been imposed upon the Palestinian people. So it is what then? A neglect on the neglect, abandonment, and scheming of world Muslim leadership. They're the ones that have not focused the significance of the shrine, and in so doing, undermine the dignity of the Palestinian people. A conscientious, responsible, international Muslim leadership saying to the world, with its resources, with its moral authority, and with its credibility as a moral voice of conscience and intelligence and goodness and justice, would register in the world's consciousness that this symbol at Jerusalem is reflective of the way in which we're supposed to respect every human life. If that had been established as the meaning of the shrine at Jerusalem, there would be no assault on the Palestinian people. No nation on this earth would permit it. But it has been neglected. And the proper attention to it has been lost in the reasoning and in the logic, in the conversation and language of Muslim world leadership. Now, they'll make a reference to it now in passing, but what dominates the conversation is political concessions. The core of the matter is set aside and hidden. And so what we insist on is addressing the core of the matter, because the core of the matter addresses the lives of Israeli citizens and also the Palestinian people. It's the same, the attention to the respect for the human person, the human individual, the human creation is what is in the balance. And someone has to champion that position. And that is symbolized by those shrines. And it has been neglected. The ones that are supposed to be most sensitive to it, they have violated the sanctuary. And so the life is exposed. And they pointing the finger at Israel. I'm pointing the finger at them. You're responsible. If there was strong moral conscience in Muslim world leadership, Israel wouldn't budge. And it wouldn't be because they fear annihilation. It would be because they don't want to be associated with violating the standard of respect for human life in its dignity, especially as a society that associates itself with sacred scripture and a relationship with God. So to the extent that the Muslim world has dropped their responsibility, so the common human individual become exposed.